Hello, can you hear me? I don't know if anyone can hear me. Hello. Ah, hello. Oh, goodness gracious. How are you all doing? I'm going to move. Ooh, boink. You can't see all the fun things I'm seeing in the background here. How are you all doing? Hey, hey, hey. Ah, who is here? Oh, you've been chatting. Hi, Chris and Dora. Ruman. Ah, Delisa. Sally. Oh, Tammy. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're still at work? Oh, what time is it? I need to check what time you have, Jaleesa. Uh, let's see. I have my World Watch Houston. Oh, yeah, it's just 1 o'clock. What are you all doing? Well, Jaleesa's working. What are everybody else doing? It's very strange, but because I feel like I'm sitting here talking to myself. Ah, tired. Yeah, I feel you. Watching YouTube. Really? Are you sure? What are you guys reading these days? Are you reading anything? Are you doing anything else that is fun these days? Do you have tea, coffee, water? I have a mug of cold green tea because I made tea earlier and then I kind of forgot about it because I put it down on the desk and then I rummaged around doing things and ended up with cold tea. I also, because it's Friday, have a glass of wine that I'm drinking really slowly because I always drink wine really slowly. Glad you have water, Chris. Are you having nice weather where you are? Here it's sunny. There's also a music festival going on. So earlier today, I sat out on the balcony and I was listening to the concert, and I think it must have been like all the right things with the wind and everything, so I could like hear it really clearly. And it was this band that I listened to in my teens. So in during the um, early 1990s. I was listening to this band and going to concerts and stuff. So it was fun. And they had like this song that was really popular as well. It was a new Norwegian band though called CC Cowboys. I think it's called Norwegian rock, but I don't know. Ah, yes. Oof, chunky fantasy. That can be good. I still have that book that we were supposed to read, Jaleesa. Um, And the name, of course, escapes me because I'm terrible at remembering titles. You would think that as a librarian, you would like be really good at remembering titles and authors, but I'm really not. Uh, and yeah, no, I I'm not good at that, but I'm really good at searching and finding things out. So there's that. And yes, Jaleesa, you always drink water, of course. I know that. Sally has started reading one of the Myrtlewood novels. I don't know that book. Is it like a series? Um, Please feel free to tell me more about it, Sally. What is it about? Is it like romance or is it like something else? Oh, yes, that's right, Julissa. You are picking up your husband and the kids. That must be very exciting. I think I can share this, Julissa. Stop me if I can't. Uh, can I share it? Is it okay if I share your, not personal information, but the boys, the kids? California, USA, it's quite warm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's warmer than here because I think it's warm here and I think it's 19 degrees Celsius in the shade. I don't know how much that is, and it's not like super warm or anything. I think a lot of people who are used to really warm weather would kind of feel like it's cold, maybe. Um, but yes, thank you, Julissa. Julissa has is married to a man, and he's originally from Nigeria, and he has two kids from a previous relationship marriage. And finally, they're coming to the US and to live with Julissa and her husband. And of course, we are all very excited about that. I'm so, so happy that they're finally there because they've been working really hard to get boys over to the US. 31 Celsius in the Midwest. Do you call it the Midwest, Riverman? I think you call it the Midwest. But I know where it is, but because I've looked at the map, so I know where you are. Oh, yes, Priory of the Orange Tree. That is correct, Jolisa. That is on my TBR, has been for a very long time. No, no, Riverman. It wasn't the social security number. Ah, yeah. Julissa says, now that we know they are for sure going to be here now. Yeah, that must be like a big relief. I can only imagine. And Sally is reading a series with lots of books. Not romance, but it's about some witchish crones. Oh, I like the sound of that. That sounds good. But you don't know if you like them. Is there a particular reason you don't like them, Sally? Hmm. So yeah, Riverman says, "Welcome to the boys, I assume." Chris says, "Wow, that's quite a step." And yes, absolutely, quite a step to all of a sudden go from being just the two of you to be a family of four. I can't even imagine. The boys are not like super young, but they're not like little, but they're not like old either. Yes, Midwest. That's what I thought, Rayman. So, so are you planning on reading during the sprint, or are you planning on doing any chores, maybe? Well, Jaleesa, I take it you're going to either be picking up your husband or and the boys, or you're going to work. Um, I am going to continue reading the book that I'm currently reading. I'm going to put my e-reader to sleep mode so you can see the cover. So I'm currently reading To Shape a Dragon's Breath, and I got this as an ARC from NetGalley, and I was planning on reading it anyway. And for those of you who don't know, that I am doing the Queerlit Readathon at the moment. So I found this on the list for the non. It has like a bingo sheet, and there's like different prompts, and it was mentioned as the non-European mythology, and I didn't really know anything about the book other than that there would be dragons. I love dragons, so I thought it was like, oh, cool. Then I can read this that I need to read anyway, and I can cross off that. And then I'm reading it and I'm really puzzled because I real recognize a lot of stuff in there that are Nordic. Like there's someone telling about like the Sigurd the Dragon Slayer, which to me is a very familiar story from the Viking myth. And and there's also like these indigenous people, and they in many ways remind me of Greenland. Not that I'm an expert on the Greenland and Inuit myths of any kind, but I know a little bit because I find it very interesting to learn about that. I would love to learn more, of course. So I was kind of thinking, it's like if it's Nordic, then it's European. So, but I don't really know. I don't know if what the thought behind that is, and if it doesn't really fit with the bingo board, I'm going to tick off my free square and put in fantasy or dragons or something like that. So I'm quite excited about continuing reading that. Uh, right. Delisa says, finally, my head can be in one place. Yes, yes. Pray for my wallet and refrigerator. Okay, Delisa, you're always funny, but yeah, we'll do. Hopefully, you'll be fine. I'm pretty sure you're good with money. You'll be fine. Uh, Oh, see you. Sally says, I hope that it's not mushy, and I hope that too. I am actually going to see if I can add the live. Can you see the live chat? No? I'm wondering if I can put that into here. Mm, can you see the? Oh, you can probably. Nah. Oh, no, no, never mind. I am, as I said, this is the first time I'm streaming, so I'm a bit messier with it. I had hoped to kind of put things up in the thing here, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Maybe another time, but you can see the chat anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, so Sally says, I hope that it is not mushy, and I assume that's the books. And I am wondering in what way that would be mushy, which crafty books, fantasy books, tend not to be mushy, in my opinion, but who knows? And Julissa says, I'll be working and listening to an audiobook. I'm researching for something to read. I can't focus on nonfiction, the 1619 project while working. That I understood. For those of you, not a lot of people know this, but Jalise and I are planning on body reading the 1619 project. And I got the book in the mail. When was it? It was on, I don't remember the day of the week. It was the 19th, so a couple of days ago. Yeah, Wednesday, because I know which day it was. It was the Juneteenth. Is that how you pronounce it, Julisa? So that's kind of an important date. And yes, so that's a bit of a thick book with lots of footnotes, and it'll be very interesting. Speaking of nonfiction, I got a tip from Jelisa to read Black on Both Sides, I think the title is. And that was also a pretty heavy read in many ways. I thought it was super interesting, but I think it was like 30 or 40 pages of footnotes. So quite academic in many ways, but it was super interesting. And it's like an intersectional nonfiction book on Black people and Black trans people. So that was very interesting. And ooh, um, is there any folklore you suggest we be familiar with before picking up the book you're currently reading? Jalisa says. Not necessarily. I don't think you need anything because everything is like explained, and they don't really expect you to know anything. For me, to guess I think it's just like an added bonus that I know these like folklore and stuff. But you're not expected to. It's fiction, so it's not like it's not all it's not all about how do you say that? My brain went blank. um, mm, so there's a lot of stuff in the book that is kind of made up as well. So I mean, um, the Vikings didn't really have dragons, I think. uh, can you see each other? That's a big question. Everybody's asking if you can see me. I see Sally, I see Indora, I see Riverman, and I see Jaleesa. Yeah, so you can see the chat on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I was, sorry. That is what I was trying to say. I can see the chat. I use OBS Studios. So I had hoped to have a section on the screen where I put the chat, but I haven't figured out how to do that. So I have the chat. Um, so I see the chat personally, not on YouTube, but in my program that I use for streaming. Sorry. Uh, so I use that, and so I can see the chat, but I don't know how to put in if people say anything on the screen. Uh, I've been like frantically learning how to use this program, so I'm just happy that I'm able to stream at all. Uh, there we go. June 10th. Juneteenth. Juneteenth? It's very hard to pronounce. Yes, Jaleesa, you're quite correct because Jaleesa was there when, well, she wasn't here, but she know when I got it because I mentioned it to her. Uh, Sally is asking, what is its title? Which title? I don't know. Which title? I guess. I don't know. Which title? I'm very confused. What title are you wondering about, Sally? Jaleesa says, Riverman, you and I in the same room would have everyone laughing. I love it. Oh, yes, I am pretty sure about that. I know the both of you. I've talked to both of you. I'm pretty sure you're both funny people. Oh, the book I'm currently reading, that is To Shape a Dragon's Breath, the one I was trying to show here earlier. So this is the book, To Shape a Dragon's Breath. I am 37% in. So I'm really, really enjoying it. All right. So should we have a little yes, To Shape a Dragon's breath. That's the one, Sally. Okay. Right. Should we do a little bit of a sprint? I have a timer for 30 minutes. So I was thinking of doing 30 minutes and then we'll come back and have another chat. Is that fine? Yep.
Hello, can you hear me? I switched my headphones. Hello, hello. Yay, you can hear me. I wasn't sure. I haven't used these headphones in a while, but I figured I should do that. How did it go? Did anyone of you read? So Chris is reading Sanderson. I see you have been a little bit active in my in the chat. So of course I said hi to Van in the chat, but of course hello Van. Always a pleasure to see you. So Chris read a few more pages in Words of Radiance. Oh, that must be the Sanderson book. I have not read anything by Sanderson. Yeah, no, I'm lying. I have read one book by Brandon Sanderson. It was a huge break of a book. I think it was called Way of Kings. So a huge fantasy book. I mean, I can't remember how many pages, but it was a break. I can probably look it up, but so Julissa has spent the sprint sampling audiobooks and working. Well, that's not a bad thing. You haven't figured out what to listen to, you'll probably find it out at some point. So Julissa, you said that it was one of my most anticipated reads, so it makes it even more disappointing that I'm not enjoying the book. So Julissa, which book is it? It's not the non-fiction that we're going to read, is it? I hope. Right. So the first Stormlight Archive book, over 1,000 pages. Chris, I am not surprised. Some books of Brandon Sanderson, they are not tiny. They are not tiny. I don't mind reading thick books. I mean, I've read The Lord of the Rings and really loved that. Though, I must admit that I spent a very long time in Rivendell. I didn't want to leave Rivendell. I keep to think that I'm an elf, so I would like to live in Rivendell, but I had to move on at some point. So, by the way, I have switched my green tea to ordinary black tea with a splash of oat milk. Because the green tea had, for some reason, that tea, when it gets cold, it gets a little bit more bitter, and I don't really deal well with the bitterness. 45 hours. That's a lot of hours. I don't know. Julissa, when you listen to an audiobook, do you listen to it like normal speed or do you speed it up? You read that 10-page Macbeth? Which edition was that? Was the font super tiny? Dead Girls Walking by Sami Ellis, says Julissa, is the book she was excited about. I don't really know a lot about that. I think you mentioned it. You mentioned it somewhere else, didn't you? Have I seen it somewhere? I can't remember if I'd seen it somewhere. I don't really know anything about it. Is it young adult? Is that why I don't know anything about it? I don't know. So 40% or something into it, and you're not liking it. So have you considered DNFing it, Julissa, or are you like stubborn and just plowing through it, sort of? Yeah, so Julissa says, oh, the pages were huge, Riverman says. How can a Macbeth be 10 pages and... Oh, the page... I'm very confused. Was it like huge as like in, like, a huge book? So you could like stand in front of it and you could have like the whole book in front of you? That kind of huge? I can just see a riverman standing in front of like a book out in a field. So Julissa says speed up. She speeds up her audiobooks to 1.5 to 2 times speed. Yeah, when I listen to audiobooks, that's what I do as well. Depending on the topic and the how fast the actor actually speaks, because if you most of the time when you listen to audiobooks at normal speed, it's so slow. I can't deal with it. So Riverman said it's a children's book. No, I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping for it to be like a huge book, like that you were like standing out in the field with this huge book. That would be funny. So then it's probably a very abridged version. Then is wondering how you're listening to 2 times speed. I think you just adjust. Don't you think so, Julissa, that you just adjust to the speed? That's pretty much what I do. My head kind of just gets adjusted to it, so it doesn't sound like it's fast. Does that make sense? So the Dead Girls Walking is a young adult slasher. Julissa is not a big YA person, but still enjoys slashers. Yeah. But I remember when you read oh God, You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. Did you? I don't remember. You didn't like that as much as I did, I think. And Julissa says it depends. Then I've noticed I have to speed it up for memoirs because the narration read too slow. Yeah, I find it with a lot of fiction as well that the narrator speaks super slowly, so it irks me. So I just like push up the speed. Otherwise, I could just like sit and read it myself. And yeah. So then we'll maybe do 1.5 at a push, depends on the narrator descendants. Anything more makes me think of the chipmunks per cartoon. Yeah, are we familiar with them? Do you know, we don't have chipmunks in Norway. So when I grew up, in Norway, it's tradition to watch the... there's this Disney cartoons that we watch on TV on Christmas Eve, or during the day on Christmas Eve. Because we celebrate Christmas. This feels kind of... Yes, I know it's June. I still talk about Christmas because of chipmunks. But we have these cartoons that runs every Christmas. It's like pretty much the same ones, and everybody watches them in the... I think they're about 2 o'clock or something, 2 p.m. And there's this, I don't remember if with it, and we... I live close to Sweden, so we get the Swedish ones as well, the Swedish channel, and I also grew up with Swedish TV from the antenna on the roof of our house. So we actually got the Swedish ones as well, so sometimes I don't remember whether it was like in the Swedish version or the Norwegian version, but there's like there's these little, I don't know what they're called in English, they're called snip and Snup in Norwegian, and there are 2 chipmunks from Disney, and they decorate the tree and with Pluto, and they're very, it's quite funny. But then I kind of, there's like, at the beginning of the cartoon, they're kind of explaining how they decorate the tree, and it's super quickly, super fast. So that's when the narrator in the film says, hey, slow down, why don't you show us instead? And then you have these cartoon film instead. So Jalisa did that with the Dutch house before she gave up. Tom Hanks reads too slowly. He puts you to sleep. Well, Jalisa, maybe that's a thing you should do if you have problems falling asleep at night. Put on something with Tom Hanks. Better than medicine. Okay. Riverman is watching this video into... I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Sally says, I like the cat ears. Thank you. Yes, I actually went hunting for these headphones when I bought them. And I had to order them from outside of Norway because I wasn't able to find them. I could find pink ones, but I don't do pink. So I managed to find the purple ones. I could have either purple or black, I think. Julissa says, I prefer You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight over Dead Girls Walking. Dead Girls Walking has a very unlikable character. It's difficult to care about anything in the story. If a book with an unlikable main character is... if I'm going to like one, a book with an unlikable main character, then it has to be very, very well written, and written in a way so you don't get too annoyed, if that makes sense. So if you don't care about anything about what's happening in the book, Jalisa, DNF it, just DNF it. So Ven says, we don't have chipmunks here, just remember Alvin, Simon and Theodore from when I was a kid. Oh, that must be the... Is that the ones in the Disney films? Or maybe that's different ones. Oh, Chip and Dale, Chris, yes, thank you. Chip and Dale is the chipmunks, they're snip and snap in Norwegian. Chip and Dale. Are you old enough to remember the Chippendales, by the way? I was a teenager in the 80s and 90s, because I'm born in 1974. So in the late 80s and in the 90s, there was like these male strippers called Chippendale, and they were super popular. I don't remember how any one of those looked like. And today, not my cup of tea. Probably not then either, but it was just like a thing that everybody was like into, so you kind of, yeah, you just kind of had to, how do you say this? It was hard to escape, was what I was trying to say. Rescue Rangers. What is Rescue Rangers then? Do tell me. So Vens have a theme tune stuck in his head. Yeah, earworms. Such a thing happened. Then, at least it's not Baby Shark. I can tell you a fun story about Baby Shark. When we lived in the last place we lived in Oslo, we lived right across, right above a kindergarten. So our flat was on first floor for English speakers, or second floor for Americans, second floor in Norwegian. I think it's probably second floor in German as well. But British English says first floor, because you have ground floor and then first floor. And on the ground floor there was a kindergarten, and we had a balcony, and right under the balcony was the playground for the kindergarten. And they had a session where they were playing outside and playing Baby Shark. I think they just have it every Thursday, because I used to get like a message from my partner who was working from home. It's like, yep, it's Baby Shark time. So, yeah, Baby Shark, our favorite song, isn't it? So, Chippy Day in Dora. Oh, that must be Chippendale. No. Oh, right, yes. Chip and Chap in Switzerland. Yeah, I didn't speak English as a kid either, Indora. Started learning English when I was 11, I think. I think it was 11. So that's many years of learning English. And I learn more every day. Chris says, pretty sure there's still a thing. So Chippendales is still a thing? Really? Why? Not my cup of tea, just let's say that. So yes, Riverman, I should remind me to send you a little clip of Chippendale, or unless you can find it yourself. If you remind me about the Christmas one, I could try see if I can find that. For the Christmas thing, that was also like a clip with Mickey and Goofy and Donald Duck camping, and they were like eating corn. And I was actually talking to Riverman about this the other day. And then I sent Riverman the clip, and I think he enjoyed it. Oh, goodness gracious. This is going too fast. Van is like, not Baby Shark, no. Oh, hey, Katie, how are you? Good to see you here. Good evening. It is now 9:15 here already. Wow. Time flies when you were having fun. And then Julissa sings, Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark, do 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 do. You're welcome. Uh, then says Julissa, carry on and I will send you the Badger song. Oh, I'm having the best of times with you guys. The Badger song. If you're not familiar with the Badger song, it goes like Badger, 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 Badger. Did anyone know of, oh, speaking of chipmunks or hamsters. I know, it's like chipmunks, hamsters, squirrels, same thing. Not really, but hamster dance. Do anyone is like, I remember like during the mid-90s, the hamster dance was like super, super big. I'm not sure if I could like find them, but Amsterdam, there's like, and there was like this song, can't quite remember it, but it was like, and it was like little hamsters jumping up and down. Yeah. Is there one when they're playing gin rummy? Gin rummy. I don't know what gin rummy. I think it's a card game, isn't it? But I don't really know more about that. Julissa says children love animal songs. Of course they do. We also have a few in Norwegian. We have like a whole children's book called Dyrene I Hakkebakkeskogen, all the animals in the Hakkebakke woods. It doesn't sound like the same thing in English, but there's also a song in that book that is called Grønnsakspisevise, which means vegetable eating song. And when I grew up, we had this on record, like an LP, a vinyl. And when I was little, in the 70s, and I was so little I haven't really learned how to talk yet. And there was like a little scratch in the vinyl LP. So it said over and over again gulrøtter og salat, which means carrots and salad. And it repeated like gulrøtter og salat, gulrøtter og salat, gulrøtter og salat, gulrøtter og salat, carrots and salad, carrots and salad, carrots and salad. And according to my mom, those were some of my first words, carrots and salad. So I don't know if that kind of explains anything. I don't know. So you're just hanging out today, Katie. That is good. Are you playing any fun games? Maybe? For those of you who doesn't know Katie, Katie does a lot of computer gaming. Like, most of the time not the same games that I play, but that's fine. Sven says, it was that or the duck and the lemonade stand? The duck and the lemonade stand. I don't remember if I've seen that. I've seen a lot of like Donald Duck and stuff like that, like the old ones, but I can't really remember. So Julissa says that the campus I work at has so many squirrels. The students feed them throughout the day. They love Fritos. I don't know. Fritos, is it like a cereal? Like an American cereal? Americans have so many cereals. It blows my mind. And a lot of them with funny colors and so much sugar. I'm not a big cereal eater. I only eat like muesli. And the one we have is mainly very low sugar. And also do something called havrefras, which is like little, they look like little pillows made of oats. So yes, Julissa, carrots and salad, among my first words. Who had thought? I I don't know if that's kind of, I mean, so when I grew up, most of my childhood, I grew up in not exactly rural, but it wasn't like a city or anything. And I come from a family of hunters, so the fact that I'm a vegan is kind of strange, and my aunt and uncle think they think I'm very weird. And my aunt has kind of also said that I don't know. I don't invite you for dinner most of the time because I don't know what to feed you. And I was like, but you can just Google or pick up a cookbook like my mom does. So yeah, as I haven't eaten meat in a very, very long time, my mom is really good at cooking like meat-free food. So that's fine. Katie is playing Ape Escape on the loose and might play Cyberpunk 2077 on PS5 today. Oh, that sounds like fun. I've been thinking I should pick up Baldur's Gate 3 again because one of the voice actors from Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to Worldcon in August. If you don't know this, Baldur's Gate 3 is nominated, or it's a Hugo finalist. If you followed my channel, you will know that I've been doing a lot of reading for the Hugos these past couple of months, and Baldur's Gate 3 is among the games that are finalists for the Hugos. And safe to say, it's not a secret that I am planning on actually voting for them, because I haven't played any of the other games, and I don't think any other game can compare. Because it's such a brilliant game. It has so many layers, and it's so detailed, and the story is just amazing. It's almost like reading a book, but you can get a different story from your choices. Fen, can you answer me this? Does Noah play Baldur's Gate 3? Because I'm thinking that would be a game he would enjoy, don't you think? I don't know if it's ever talked about it. Oh, where am I? Ben says, I will throw it in Discord in a bit and you can bask in its glory. Yes, please, thank you, Ben. I don't have my own Discord because I can't be bothered. I'm on Julise's server and I'm on Noah's server. I haven't seen Noah around here today. Is it working maybe? I don't know. So, but I'm on both those servers, and I'm also on Indora's server, of course, because I'm a patron to Indora. And I haven't seen her in the chat for a while, so I guess she's back to working on her content. Indora also makes lovely videos, and I found her, I can't remember exactly when, but it was quite early on, so I think it was it was series 1 or series 2 of the Dandelion Pact, was it? The first, I don't remember, but I just fell so head over heels in love with the stories. So I should probably leave a link in the description box when this goes up on my channel. So you can all go check out her channel, because it's beautiful and relaxing and lovely. And Frida's is like a corn chip. So is that like a cheese doodle? Cheese doodles? Is that a corn? Would you call that a corn chip? Okay. So, it's crisps, right? Well, Riverman, you could still have Fritos for breakfast every morning, even though it's crisps. I might not recommend it, but um, Seven says I need to go back to Cyberpunk. I never got that into it, but I liked that what I played. Julissa says I only like the jalapeno or chili and cheese flavor Fritos. Julissa says they act like other foods don't exist outside of meat. What? Ben says, I need to finish Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Picked up the DLC for Pathfinder today, so starting that again. And Katie says, I want to meet Ned Luke, the voice actor for GTA 5. He seems like an awesome guy from TikTok. Well, I don't have TikTok, but I'm sure he is. GTA or Great Theft Auto, I don't think I've played that since the first or the second one. A long time ago. I remember early on playing PlayStation. I think my then partner had PlayStation 1, I think, or was it 2? Don't remember. But I bought myself PlayStation 3 when I lived up north, and I still have it, and I've never gotten past PlayStation 3 because I play on my computer. But I use PlayStation for Blu-ray films because they're actually really good Blu-ray players. Wen says he does play it. We play. Oh yeah, that must be to Noah. He does play it. We play it so occasionally together. He gets all the healing potions because he has no sense of danger in games. Sounds like me. It's like my partner goes, "Oh, we shouldn't do this fight yet because we need to get stronger." And I go like, "No, we need to go now." But yeah. But I'm also very curious, so I go run around and look at everything and poke everything to see if can I pick this up. So that's a fun thing with Baldur's Gate 3. You can do so many things, and I found so many cool things because I lift that stone and move it, and under that stone there was an amulet. So Noah's at work for another hour, then he's dropping me some stuff off. So he will be coming over to yours then when? Oh yeah, I was talking about my aunt. One aunt, my mom's sister. She's an odd one. She's my mom's sister, but she's very, very different from my mom. I can say she's an odd one, but she's not malicious or anything. She's just like at a loss, and also she's 80. So I love the what I love the fact you went ranger like I did. Oh yeah, always. I love being a ranger then in Baldur's Gate 3 or like Baldur's Gate in general. I also, if I have the ability to pick elf, make sure I pick elf. And if you're like an elf ranger, it's usually pretty cool. So Katie love Grand Theft Auto series. Have every single GTA game ever, and favorite is 5 because the graphics are amazing. Graphics has gotten so much better over the years, that's for sure. And Katie is hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's going to have amazing graphic design. Yeah, I believe you. That's also some of the reasons I love Baldur's Gate 3. It has such an amazing graphics. Ben says always pick elf. It's a bit of a joke because D&D groups. Yeah. Oh, I haven't played D&D in many years. When I started playing RPGs, like regular RPGs, I actually started playing Call of Cthulhu. And we were a fairly large group, I think, and I think there was like 12 of us, and I was the only girl. And this was in the 90s, like early 90s, I think. But I don't think they treated me any differently, but I don't know, I think no, they didn't really. But I remember when I was, this was in this was in 2000. I think might have been 2000. Yeah, it was 2000, year 2000. And I was working in the IT department for the police. I was there only briefly, but then I was invited to do like a LAN with the other guys at the IT because I liked playing computer games, and we played Half-Life. And it was interesting because they certainly underestimated me. So they were like a little bit surprised because I had never played it before, and I was like, I haven't played it before. But it wasn't that hard to get the gist of. If you played other games before, it wasn't that hard. So they were like, where the heck are you? I can't see you, and why are you killing us? So that was fun. So I surprised them a bit. Then did a game of that on stream. Convinced someone to climb into a torpedo and fire themselves. The monster. How lovely! Monsters in Call of Cthulhu. There's something else. Right. Should we do another sprint? Should we do another sprint? 30-minute sprint where you read, or do chores, or you dance, run, do push-ups, do your laundry, cook, whatever. Let's do another 30-minute sprint, and then I'll come back and do a last round of chatting. Yeah? Let's do that. Oops. Sorry. I have been chatting and chatting without any audio. I am sorry. Oops. My mistake. I forgot to turn the mic back on. First stream. That's all I'm saying. It's my first stream. Anyway, I was saying hello to Mollydot and to Nicole. Tangible Reads. Good to see you here. And Chris, did you have lunch? What did you eat? Did you have anything nice? I hope you can hear me now, cause I turned it back on. Please let me know if you still can't hear me. But I was actually just talking about how Indora commented on the music, and I talked about it being from Epidemic Sound that I use Payfor, and they have a lot of different music there, and they also have... Oh, Courtney, sorry. Hi, Courtney. I was like thinking, maybe it was Nicole. Yeah. So yeah, hi, Courtney. Tangible Reads. Sometimes I'm not very good with names, and it's nothing personal. Especially if it's like a screen name. I often remember the screen name, but not the real name. And it can be a little bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. Also, I meet a lot of people through work and a lot of other things. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Oslo Veg Fest, and there was a person there coming up to me and like talking to me, and I was like just smiling and pretending I knew who it was, but I still have no idea who it was. But this person, they was like, oh yeah, you used to be like vegetarian and now you're vegan, and I was like, yes, right, good to see you again. So yes, so it's nothing personal when I can't remember names. Anyway, yes. No, I was talking about Epidemic Sound. So I was talking about how they have a lot of different music, and I'm looking forward to looking into their Indian music, because I am going to India in October. And when I go there, I will be spending my 50th birthday. So I will be there on my 50th. And I'm going there alone, but not alone. I am leaving my partner at home because my partner doesn't like warm weather. Probably very happy to live in Norway, to be honest with you. My partner is Irish, just like Mollydot. And I find it kind of not amusing, but it's fun that I have some friends in Ireland, and I know them from other things. Well, not other things, but unrelated to my partner. So, like Mollydot, I knew Mollydot before meeting my partner. So yes, Mollydot, finished your first story in your book. That is awesome. Good on you. I'm glad you're reading again. That is good. So, how did it go for you all? Did you get to read a lot? I only read like 3%. So, I read 6% of the book during this sprint, which is good. So this was the last stream, as I said. Last sprint. God, I am getting really tired. That's also something I said when my mic was off. It's getting quite late here, so I'm very tired. Ah, yeah, I'm very tired. Just saying. Um, so I don't know. Are there people still here? uh, so then hit the quarter mark of the book. Well done. Did you say what you're currently reading, Ben? I don't remember if you told us. I'm glad you got distracted over something good, Riverman. That's good. So yeah, it is 10 past 10 here. If I look outside, I can't really tell because it's bright light still. Sunset is, I think it's closer to 11. So yeah. Oh, you're reading Felix Ever After, then. That is such a good book. I actually have the edition with the sprayed edges where there's like flowers and the sprayed edges. It's such a beautiful, like the physical book is really beautiful. And I really like the story as well. When did I read it? It's a while ago. So yes, Pride Month. Yes, I am trying to read a lot of queer lit as well. Then, but then again, both you and I read a lot of LGBTQ plus books through the year. Courtney says like the headphones. Yes, little cats. I bought them when I got my computer. The computer actually was, I have a stationary computer, a desktop, and it's for gaming and stuff, and it was a gift from my partner. I think the thought behind what that was to be able to play computer games together, which we do at times. So yeah, then the book is super pretty. But it's the content of the book that counts the most. So even though you have a digital book, that's fine. Courtney is going back outside to read. It's a nice day. Oh, I'm happy you're having a nice, I guess it's sunny. Oh, you're working all weekend, Courtney. Yeah, then it's good to kind of go outside and get some sunlight and vitamin D. Sally says you are silent. If you hit pause, hit pause on the screen on the video, you will not be on the same timeline as I am. So as Indora said, you need to like fast forward. So Molly says Pride book will be Groom will keep his name. More Filipino short stories, that sounds super interesting. It would also count for flowers. There's a wedding cake with flowers in it. Wedding cake? What? I'm so confused. Vitamin D is important, yes. When I got my blood work done last time at the doctor's not very long ago, I was low on vitamin D, which isn't surprising being in the north, and it was like in March, so it's very common to be low on D. But I'm working on doing supplements more. So I need to do 2 supplements. Well, it's essential for me to do 2 supplements as a vegan, and that's vitamin D and B12. So Sally, if you have problems hearing me, you might want to turn up the volume, maybe. So yeah. Anywho. So I am getting silent, maybe. I'm getting super tired, so I'm thinking of maybe ending this for today. It was fun. I had a good. Indora, you forgot to take B12. It's very important. Go take your B12. I'm going to end this stream now because I'm super tired and I want to go to bed. It's past 10 o'clock. And I need to kind of, even though I'm behind a screen, I feel like I've been social, and being an introvert, being social kind of drains you. I normally say that I'm an outgoing introvert, so I'm good with small talk and chatting to people, but it drains me. So hopefully I will be streaming at some other pint. See? I'm so tired. I say weird words. I'll probably stream at some other point. Not pint, other point. But it might not be a reading sprint. I might be doing something else. So I guess that is it for now. And it was good to have you around, people. I had such a good time. I'll see you around the tubes, and for those of you I am in touch other places, I will be in touch with you there. Go to bed, Luna. Yes, Julissa. Just yes. Yes, Mom. So it was lovely to see you all. Okay.